Hello students, today in this video we discuss about classification of elements. In previous video we discussed that how elements are classified into different groups and period according to modern periodic table. And also we discuss about how to find group, period, block and valency of an atom from electronic configuration. Today in this video we describe about a modern periodic table, description of a group and a description of a period, and then we describe about periodicity or what is the main or how reoccurring elements fall in same group when atoms are arranged on increasing order of atomic number, and variation of some property in group and period like atomic size, ionization potential, electronegativity, reactivity, how it changes in group and period of modern periodic table. At first we described detail or some important information related to modern periodic table, which is called description of modern periodic table. In description, at first we discuss about classification of elements in a different block, and here we write first description is here modern periodic table is divided into four blocks. What are these blocks? At first, S block. And how we define that S block? The element whose valence electrons fills S subshell are called S block element. It means what? If while writing electronic configuration, valence electron enters in S subshell, then it is called S block elements. And here generally group 1A and 2A elements are example of S block element. Second description is here P block element. And how we define that P block element? The element whose valence electrons enters in P subshell. P subshell are called P block elements. Example of P block elements are group 3rd A, 4th A, 5th A, 6th A, 7th A, and 0 group. These groups are called P block. While writing electronic configuration of element belong to these groups, its valence electron fills outermost surface. As for example, in case of sodium, here we write 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s1. Here valence electron fills S subshell, therefore S block. In P block, here we write any one example, aluminum 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 6, 14, 2, 12, 3p1, 40. Valence electron enters in P subshell, therefore P block element. Similarly, other is your D block element. The elements whose valence electrons enters in D subshell are called D block elements. D block elements, while writing electronic configuration of these elements, here its valence electron fills D subshell. And what are its example? All subgroup B, like a 1B, 2B, 3B to 8B, all belong to which we are D block element. And D block elements are also known as transition element. And here these are also called transition elements. Transition means what? Middle like. D block elements are known as transition elements. Why? Because their position is middle between S block and P block elements. Lies between the S block and P block element. Lies between metals and non-metals, reactive metals and reactive non-metals. And due to that reason, these group of elements are known as transition elements, because they lies between S block and P block elements. Simply their position is between S block and P block elements, and therefore they are called transitional element. Transition elements or transitional element is same. Fourth is your F block elements. F block elements. Lanthanides and actinides are called F block elements. And here lanthanides and actinides are series of or group of 15 elements which has similar or identical properties. And here we define lanthanide and actinides are as lanthanides 15 elements. When we count along with lanthanum, then 15 elements, and when only we count here element of lanthanide series, then group of 14 elements. Both we can write. Group of 15 elements which resembles like lanthanum are called lanthanides. Lanthanide series having identical properties like lanthanum single elements. Therefore, rest all 14 elements along with lanthanum are called lanthanides. And lanthanides belong to or position in periodic table is here group 3b, and period is here sixth period, and other are actinides. Group of 15 elements which shows properties like actinium are called actinides. Actinides resembles like actinum, therefore these are called actinides. And position of actinides in modern periodic table is group 3b and period 7th period. And in this way modern periodic table is divided into 4 blocks. After that, description of period and other groups are here given. At first we discuss about some common name given to group of elements in modern periodic table. After that, second description is alkali metals. In modern periodic table, first group or group Ia elements are called alkali metals. Group first A elements are called alkali metals. Why these are called so? Because they form alkali with water. Listen, as for example, sodium, potassium, rubidium, lithium like elements are called, or group Ia elements are called alkali metals. So when sodium reacts to water, then what it forms? Sodium hydroxide and hydrogen is formed there, and here it is called alkali. And due to that reason, first A group elements are known as alkali metals. Third description about the group is alkaline earth metal. Same as a group Ia, another group IIA, elements of modern periodic table. In both modern periodic table here, table are called alkaline earth metals. Why these are called alkaline earth metals or these are called so? Because they form alkali with water and found on earth crust. Listen here. Form alkali with water, then alkaline, and on earth crust it is found, therefore earth. The alkaline earth metals. So what are example there? Like a magnesium, calcium of group Ia are alkaline earth metals. As for example, calcium react with water, then it form calcium hydroxide and hydrogen. It is called alkali, and calcium present in compounds on the earth surface, various compound like a limestone, therefore it is called alkaline earth metals. Next other here, next description of a group is here halogens. Fourth description is here halogen. Group VIIA or 7A or group 17 elements of modern periodic table are called halogen. And here we write group 7A elements are called halogen. Why these are called halogen? Because they are compounds with hydrogen are acidic. Listen, these elements form compound with hydrogen, which is called they are hydride. They are compound with hydrogen, are acidic and found from sea sources like a sea water, seaweeds, sea animal. These are called a halogen. Example of group 7A elements are fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine. These are called halogens. And how? Listen here. Hydride of chlorine is HCl, called hydrochloric acid. Hydrogen fluoride, hydrogen chloride, hydrogen bromide, hydrogen iodide. These all are halogen acids. Fifth number, inert gases. Group 0 elements are group 0 elements means what? Extremely which are found in right. Group 8A also we call inert gas or noble gas. Because they have zero valency, inactive in nature, and found in gaseous state. These are generally found in atmosphere in gaseous state and inert in nature. Inert means what? Due to zero valency, does not take part in chemical reaction. As for example, helium, neon, argon, xenon, radon, these are called inert gases. Sixth properties of group is here coinage metals. Group first B elements are called coinage metal. These coinage metals are non-reactive in nature because these are non-reactive or less reactive or least reactive metals nature, and due to less reactive nature of that metal causes and used to make coin or jewelry. Why these group of elements are called coinage metal because non-reactive in nature, and that causes used to make coin, jewelry, monuments, and due to that reason these are called coinage metals. Example are here copper, silver, and gold. These three metals are called coinage metals. These are called common description of group in modern periodic table. And now we describe about the period of a modern periodic table. Modern periodic table is made up of 7 period, and here we write periods. Periods means what we know that horizontal line. Row of elements are called period. And here in modern periodic table, 7 periods are found. Seven periods are found. And what are these periods? N means what? Number of period. Elements and common term related to that period. First period n equal to 1. Total number of elements 2, and it is shortest period of modern periodic table. Why? Because having only 2 elements. Second 8, it is known as short. Third period contains 8 elements. It is also known as short. Fourth period contains 18 elements. It is known as long. Fifth period contains 18 elements. It is known as long. Sixth period contains 32 elements. It is known as very long. Seventh period contains incomplete. Still now here number of elements are going increasing, or it is known as very long or longest. or incomplete. These are common name of different periods in modern periodic table. In the next video, we discuss about variation of properties of element in group and period. Thank you.